Hey you guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. This video is gonna be amazing. It's gonna apply to pretty much every area of your life. And it's just like the title says, everyone feels you. You are felt. SP feels you. Your boss feels you. And what I mean by feels you is I mean people feel what you're putting out. They feel the assumptions and the beliefs, and that automatically is sent to them, and they act according to what you're holding internally, what you're holding inside. And I'll share more about this going forward. I always talk about this, but I feel like this is really, you need to understand this if you want to manifest anything. If you want to manifest wealth, you need to know this. If you want to manifest an amazing environment in work, in family, in friends, in your relationship, you need to know this. I had a client that did, she actually, we met recently, and she was like, Ani, for Valentine's Day, like I wanted to have that version of my SP for this Valentine's Day. She's like, I know Valentine's Day is coming up, and she's like, why not give it a try? Like, give one of your courses a try. She's like, I'll always have it. I'm always gonna do it. And let me just give something a try, right? What do I have to lose? Like, if I don't see the evidence from my SP, then I'll try something different, right? And we were talking about it, and we were laughing because she's never been really consistent with anything. Like, she was consistent with flipping thoughts and then affirming all day, but she kept complaining about how it felt like too much work, and it didn't feel very natural to her, because she would always remember that she's manifested other things like smoothly, easily, without doing like so much work. But she would always kind of like stop doing what was necessary after a certain point with techniques that didn't resonate with her. And I get a lot of clients saying that too. Like, it's not just those techniques, but any technique that doesn't resonate with you, when you keep doing it, and then something's not changing within, like there's some type of belief that you're not really pinpointing, and you keep holding that belief within no matter what. And even if you get evidence, you still hold on to that undesired belief. It's still gonna hinder your success. So she was telling me, she's like, in the beginning of January, I took your Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course. And she's like, Ani, I couldn't believe like how this person is so much more vulnerable with me. Like, this person has never been vulnerable. And that reminds me of me and my SP, to be honest with you, because when I was manifesting SP, like I couldn't even get like really any emotion out, or like any talk about like vulnerability or anything like that, like sharing feelings, whatever. That was like non-existent. And I also did like the stuff I've created for you guys, like the courses I've done them. Like the stuff I include in there to do for you, I've actually done it first. So I've applied that to my life, and I've seen results. Just to let you know what I mean? I forgot to say, get your drinks, get your snacks. I forgot to say, get your drinks, get your snacks, guys. We'll get into her success story, but this is so random, but I want to say it. Like, right before the video, I was so hungry, and I decided to grocery shop online when I'm hungry, which is like the worst thing you can do. Like, when I'm hungry and I go grocery shopping, I buy everything. Like, oh, we'll need some ice cream. We'll need this cheese. We'll need that cheese. I haven't had this type of thing in 10 years, but I'll probably need that too. Different types of meat and salads and this and that. And I ordered groceries, and I'm like, okay, it's coming. It's on its way from Costco, right? Costco. And as I was waiting, I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I'm so hungry. So I toasted bread and I smeared like butter over it and I ate it and it was so good. And I was like, let me get another one. Did the same thing. And then by the time all this food came that I had decided that I'm going to cook all this stuff because I'm so hungry, I wanted nothing. None of it. So I literally took everything and just organized it in my fridge, organized. And I was like, okay, when I share the video, I'm going to tell you guys, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Unless, or maybe you can, but you're going to end up with so many random things that you were craving in the moment and then you're not craving anymore. But anyway, let's lighten up our morning with the little Ani story, right? Okay, so back to this client. Everything I say about this client, I've actually gone through with SP, and I know it's 100%, like, I know that this stuff works, you guys. I just know it deep down in my soul. I teach it. I'm passionate about it. I see success every single day in my life and in my clients' lives. Even those of you that are not my clients, you guys are watching these videos, I see the comments all the time of how applying what I'm talking about changes your life and gets you success. So there's no harm in trying. There's no harm in applying. I feel like so many people are caught up in feeding their mind all this information, more and more information about manifestation, how to manifest. But you're consistently watching videos, but you're not consistently applying the work. If you are someone that is not consistently applying what you know works, or just having a routine to change your inner world, start being consistent with that instead of being consistent with taking all of this information in. Okay, now her SP, she did it, she started this course, Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP, beginning of January. Now it is the end of January. We're not even in February yet. She wanted to have this version of her person show up by Valentine's Day, and it's not even February yet, and he's already showing up more communicative, more vulnerable, more sensitive to her feelings. And I feel like I say this so much when I talk about this course's success, but it does its job. Like, it literally does its job if you are consistent with the decision you've made. And most people aren't consistent until they're super tired of getting certain behaviors from certain people. So people feel what you're putting out. Now let's talk about that more, because you're going to need to know this to be successful in every department of your life, not just a relationship. Okay? You're going to need to understand that people feel your energy and people feel the beliefs you carry within. They don't feel it like, oh my God, this is what she thinks about me. That's not how they feel it. They feel a certain frequency per the thoughts. Thoughts have frequency, their energy. And per thoughts you think, people get, it's like you're a Wi-Fi. I've explained this. You are like a Wi-Fi signal, okay? Just like someone comes to your house and they say, oh, can I use your Wi-Fi, right? They log into your own Wi-Fi with your own password, and they're in your bubble now. They're connected into your bubble. You have that always. People are always trying to log into your Wi-Fi when they think of you, when you think of them, right? And what you carry within this connection, this modem, whatever you want to call it, what you carry within, they're also accessing, and their behavior towards you is going to be determined by what you're carrying within. Now, I'll give you an example. This client of mine that's getting success already, she also had the similar similar experiences I had. So for example, when I was manifesting my specific person and I didn't really understand this, I had a knowledge of this person feels me and they catch on to my beliefs and assumptions, but I still had a tendency of blaming them for their behavior, not remembering that I'm the one that like pushed out that behavior in the first place. How do you reflect bad behavior? How do you reflect so you see things you don't like in this person, right? And they keep behaving in a way you don't like. Let's say they're not choosing you. Let's say they're not showing up for you. Let's say they ghosted you, whatever, right? You have created assumption per this person's maybe words, per history you have with them. You don't even need to have history. You could see them act a certain way with someone else, and that focus that you placed on their behavior in that moment now causes an assumption within you. So it's all observation at the end of the day. Everything you observe, you're taking in, and especially if it's stuff you don't like. Like in my case, my SP was never ready. Not ready for commitment, not ready. They already, went through it so many times that they don't want to go through it. They had a specific relationship story that didn't serve them, and it wasn't serving me either, because every time SP would say that to me, oh, I'm not ready, whatever, you deserve someone better, right? That was the cherry on top. You deserve someone better. Like, I can't give you what you want, right? I had heard that so much, and I kept hearing that so much because it was already in me that this person is like this, and this is what they represent, and this is what they carry within. And they've said it to me once, and because I focused on them saying it to me once, I focused on how can we fix this problem, which that focus created more of that person showing me that problem, and more of that person showing me that problem, and more of that person showing me that problem, until all I could see was this person is not ready for a relationship. I didn't even see a face anymore. I literally was like, not ready for a relationship, not ready for a relationship. And this is what we do with everyone in our life. Everyone. We do that with our boss. We do that with kids. We do that with coworkers. We do that with friends. We do that with family. Raise your hand if you have a weirdo family member that always has issues, right? Like, you've heard it once, you've heard it twice, you've heard it 3 times, and they just keep showing up that way. So every family event you go to, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew this person was going to show up this way. I knew they were going to say this. I knew they were going to bring this up. This is happening. This reflection of your assumptions and beliefs is happening everywhere you go. You have to get out of your own bullshit story you've created. And the way you get out of it is through consistency and repetition in some technique or in some work that serves you. In my courses, I give you homework. And in my one-on-ones, I give you homework. And I like to know your specific situation, kind of like how a doctor needs. Nowadays, doctors don't really even, I shouldn't say that. We're not going to have that belief, but kind of like how a doctor needs to diagnose per your symptoms, like specific symptoms, right? Okay, how are you feeling when this happens? What do you do when this happens? How does your body react when this happens, right? Like when you go to the doctor, they ask all these questions. It's the same thing with coaching, but in relationship, love, money, family, friends, mindset, like how are you triggered? What are you like reacting to? And if you don't get coaching, you coach yourself. I've never been a person like, you have to understand, like you guys see me as a coach too, but I'm also a customer everywhere else. Like, I'm at the store, at the, everywhere. I'm also a customer, and I don't believe in you have to get coaching or you have to get something that this is the thing that's going to get. I believe that you have to be consistent. That's the only thing that I will ever push. You have to be consistent because you have been consistent with the story that doesn't serve you. So the only way out of that is being consistent and with the story that does serve you. You can do it on your own. So many people comment under my videos that never got coaching and they did it. But there's also so many people that need that accountability. I have been both of those people. I have, in certain situations, I've never needed help. I could do it on my own. In so many other situations, I needed to be held accountable. I needed to be held accountable because a lot of the times you know what you're doing wrong. A lot of the times you know you're just sitting there, just filling your mind with information, but not really applying it, right? Keep yourself accountable. Get someone to keep yourself accountable because, like, how bad do you want it? You know what I mean? Now, going back to people feel you. I have seen this happen so many times with my clients where my client just went from not focusing on the problems anymore, but focusing on more neutral situations and more of themselves and more of a more desired outcome. Like they shifted focus, they started getting results. And then when they started getting results, their old habits came to play. That Karen in their head came to play. And then we have to stay consistent because when that Karen comes into play, it's like it almost persuades you to go back to your old self that accepted everything that didn't serve you. You know, the problem is never how the person is showing up. The problem more you should worry about is, can you shift, do the work, stay consistent? Because we're always going to get triggered. There's always going to be something that triggers us. And I don't mean this in a way like life is always going to be hard, but even things you've never tried before with your specific person, days will happen where, okay, you've leveled up. Now you're on the next level with this person. Like, let's say you went from boyfriend, girlfriend now to engaged. Now new things will happen that's never happened before that may trigger you. You have to be able to stay grounded and consistent. Every level of you, every level of them will you will need to stay solid. And I don't mean you're going to have to do homework for the rest of your life, but this is life. This is human physical earth. Okay? And we don't come here knowing everything. Like, you're still learning this whole manifesting thing. But one thing you have to remember is everything is focus. What you keep focusing on keeps coming in. When you shift your focus, the problems will actually shift into solutions. It's all a focus game. It's all an energy game. It's all what I put out. This character in my movie feels it and pushes back onto me. And when I say they feel it, I don't mean that they feel like, I don't mean like this person feels you're sitting there like, you love me, you want to be with me, you are obsessed with me. They don't know you're doing that. They feel this sudden shift, like, I need to do better for that person. I need to go by this person. I need to hang out with them more. I need to help them out more. I need to show up for them more. If it's a boss, I need to give this employee a raise because they deserve it. Their work is very valued, and I want to show them that they are valued. Like, these are the thoughts these people receive. It's never like, it's not like they're like, they know you're sitting at home working on manifesting them, which is good, which is so good, right? It's a natural instinct in them to show up for you because you're showing up for yourself. So if you want to make more money in life, if you want to be more wealthy, if you want to have a great environment at work, if you want to get married, if you want to have an amazing relationship with your person, you have to understand that the moment you think of someone and the moment they're in your presence, or even outside of your presence, even if they're in no contact, when you put thought towards it, they're now in your Wi-Fi bubble. They're connected to your Wi-Fi. Everyone is always connected to your Wi-Fi, unless you consciously decide no more. Everyone is always connected to your Wi-Fi. So you always got to be watching what you're putting out. What's the connection like? Is it the same old thoughts, behaviors, feelings, assumptions that you've been putting out? Or are you able to control it now? Are you able to not cave in anymore? Are you able to stay solid and grounded and know that, like, every moment is a blessing. Every moment I'm putting out a frequency. Like, what do I want to put out? And this is like, I feel like this is so basic, but we forget it. I used to forget it all the time when I was manifesting SP. Even when I would manifest SP, like, I would manifest huge breakthroughs with my person. So quickly, my mind would be like, okay, this happened, cool, this happened, but now what's next? How do we get to the next? Oh my God, what if I screw up? Oh my God, what if, like, I remembered something like from 2 years ago that bothered me about them? Like, what if that happened? These things need to be calmed down. This way of thinking does not serve you. What serves you is you being aware of your thoughts. What serves you is you being aware of your feelings. Nervous system regulation is number one. You can't be in survival mode, and you can't be in this anxious, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, or I'm walking on eggshells with this person and get the best version of them. They feel your anxiety. They feel that you're yearning and dying and obsessing over them, and they don't want to come close. You've heard the saying, when you run after something, it's running further away from you, right? Why is that? Because they feel that. They feel that energy pushing rather than reeling in. You can either reel in or you can push away. And when you're coming from a place of anxiety, worry, fear, doubt, lack, you're pushing away more. And I literally teach you how to do this. You can watch all of my videos in my playlist on this YouTube channel, courses, one-on-ones. They're all based on teaching you how not to push the other person away and bring them in closer. But you got to become close with yourself first. The relationship you have with yourself and how you deal with your every moment to moment nervous system, mindset, how you calm yourself down, all of that determines how fast the person comes in. Like, look at this girl that did the Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP. She got the course in the beginning of this month. She was expecting another 2-3 weeks of work to do, and then maybe she'll see some outcome. Hopefully, she was thinking, and she got it way before even the month was over. That's why I don't like to manifest with specific dates. Like, I try not to say, oh, manifest by this date or this whatever, because you can always get it faster than the date you're thinking of. It could literally happen tomorrow. Please keep that in mind, you guys, for this Friday, for this weekend. I want you to remember this. I don't want you to stress out. Anything can change in any moment. Every single time I manifested huge breakthroughs with my specific person, it was literally when I was feeling, I was okay, but sometimes I was stressed out. Sometimes I didn't believe. Sometimes I believed. And every time I manifested a huge breakthrough, it was always when I was just still working on me. Like, I was okay working on me, seeing where this goes. And I wasn't pushing anything like to its death. Like, I wasn't like beating a dead horse. It always came when I was like, you know what? Let me focus on my inner connection. So my Wi-Fi has the best signal ever. And it would always happen. Always. Even if it was the night before I cried my eyes out thinking I'll never get what I want, the next morning I would get it. Like, please don't limit yourself. I hope this video helped. If it resonated with you, comment down below. I love you guys. I will see you in next Friday's video. And I hope you have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. I intend all of you health. I intend all of you wealth. I intend every one of you gets the best, most amazing relationship and communication and consistency and commitment that you've ever dreamed of. I will see you. Bye.